Hello students, this is your geography lesson and in this lesson we are reading unit number 3, natural resources and issue of sustainability, water. Dear students, in previous lesson we were discussing about the uses of water and we discussed industrial uses of water. Today we will discuss about agricultural uses of water. So we start our lesson. You are supposed to open page number 54 from your book and read and understand agricultural uses of water. First of all, we will read about irrigation. Students, irrigation is a way to increase plant growth. It is an artificial way. It is artificial supply of water to the land. Irrigation is the artificial supply of water to the land to encourage plant growth. It is very important in arid regions. Arid to dry or barren to support vegetation. Too dry or barren to support vegetation. To arid regions, so to dry regions, but is also used in many humid regions to improve yield. Yields mean an amount produced of an agricultural product. So students, water is necessary to support barren land as well as the areas where a lot of moisture is in the air. In Pakistan, about 75% of the cultivated area is under irrigation. As we know very well that agriculture is the main profession of the people of Pakistan. For this purpose, 75% of the cultivated area is under irrigation. The irrigation system of Pakistan has developed from traditional lift irrigation to the complex canal system of today. Pakistan's agriculture mainly depends on irrigation. Students, as we look behind, we come to know there was an old or typical irrigation system was established in Pakistan. And as we read about the traditional system, one of the examples is pulley system. It involves pulling up water from a well or other such source to irrigate the land. It was an old way of irrigation. But now as we study, as we look today's system, now complex canal system is established. Students, in this system, canals or artificial waterways are used. Understand? There are channels or artificial waterways are used to irrigate the land. Why we need irrigation? Most of the areas of Pakistan experienced arid or semi-arid conditions. Aridity increasing from north to south. Figure 3.10 shows that rainfall in Pakistan is ineffective in many ways. Students, we need irrigation because rainfall is limited. There is no water, no rainfall most of the time of the year. So we need artificial way of way supply of water, and so that we can uh, get water for crops. Students, in figure 3.10, if we look here, there is ineffectiveness of rainfall, and these are the reasons: high variability in distribution. First is the distribution is not general. Long dry spells. A spell is a period of time. Firstly, high variability in distribution. There is not equal distribution in the area. Water is not equally used. The distribution is not equal, and there are long dry periods of time. It means there is no rainfall for a long period of time. Rainfall in heavy showers increases surface runoff water flow. If there is rainfall in heavy amount, so it becomes cause of water flow. High variability in timings of rainfall. Variability change. There is change in rainfall timing. Small number of rainy days. There are sometimes small number of rainy days, as if there is a rainy season. So in rainy season there is no much rainfall. The limit of days are very short. High rate of evapotranspiration. Students, evapotranspiration is the sum of water. And low amount of rainfall. It means there is a short amount of rainfall. So students, this figure shows that rainfall in Pakistan is ineffective in many ways. These are the reasons why rain is ineffective. For example, annual rainfall is low, less than 250 millimeter in the whole of Sindh and most of Balochistan except for the high altitude areas and a large part of Punjab. So there is distribution of rainfall. In some areas rainfall is in low amount, and in some areas of Pakistan there is heavy amount of rainfall. In most of the areas, especially in the south, the number of rainy days is less than 10. So as we have already read that there is variation in rainfall. In some areas rainfall is in low amount, and in some areas there is heavy rainfall, and due to heavy rainfall, heavy showers that increase water flow. Monsoon winds bring most of the rainfall. These winds are extremely variable in timings and distribution. So monsoon winds are the cause of rainfall, and these winds are extremely variable in timings. Rainfall mostly occurs in heavy showers, which is of little use to farmers because the land either absorbs too much water or it drains away too quickly. So the heavy showers of water is also unnecessary for the farmers sometimes. After the end of the rainy season, there are long and frequent dry spells. Frequent dry spells are a period spells are considered a period of time. So, as if there is heavy rainfall or there is rainy season, but after the rainy season is finished, there is long period of dryness all over the areas. Such conditions demand a well developed irrigation system, as there is shortage of rainfall and there is unequal distribution of rainfall. There is a need of artificial supply of water to the land. And in this condition, we need a well developed irrigation system. Water is stored behind dams and gather, collect behind barrages on the River Indus and its tributaries to provide it to the crops throughout the year through perennial canals. Perennial, everlasting, forever running. In some areas, tube wells are also installed to make use of subsoil water. Apart from these modern irrigation methods, there are traditional ways of irrigating the land like the Persian wheel, charsa, and kharees. Students, we come to know that if there are well developed irrigation systems are established in Pakistan, as we can say water is stored behind dams and barrages are also established on the river Indus. Still, there are uh, traditional methods used by the farmers, and in these traditional ways of irrigation, Persian wheel, charsa, and kharees are very important. Students, charsa is basically as animal is tied by rope from one end and the other end is tied with a bucket. The bucket is submerged in a well and animal power is used to pull it out. As in some villages you can see this scene to draw the water from wells. And kharees irrigation is an ancient system of underground water channels where water flows by gravity from the mother well. So these systems are still established in the far away lands of Pakistan, as we can say the remote areas of Pakistan. Clear, students? So this is your lesson for today. Thank you for listening. Take care. Allah Hafiz.